Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube, wherever you are, and welcome to episode 1 of Let's Play Countdown to Doomsday. This is a very, very old game. I believe 1990 it was released, and it's based in the Buck Rogers universe, using a very similar system to the old Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. Now, I played this game for the first time when it was brand new, at the ripe old age of 11. Now, 25 years later, I'm going to revisit and play again. And yes, you can hear the music in the background, isn't it wonderful? This is the Amiga version of the game, using my emulator. The PC version for DOS was okay, but the sounds were just not quite as good. So I decided to use the Amiga version for the authentic effect. And so, just for this episode, I will leave all the loading screens in, just to show everyone how long it took to actually load this game. It doesn't take a stupidly long time, but, you know, back in the day, things were a lot slower reading from a floppy disk all the time. And I do like the point of being a little rocket ship there. It's a very nice touch. Whee! There we go, it's moving around a bit. Okay, yes, I am playing a cracked version of the game before anyone asks, because I don't have any of the documentation, and it's not easy to find online in the original form, so the copy protection asking for a certain word from a certain page is very, very difficult to find. And for this, I will be using the default team. There is a team that comes on the third disc in the game, ready-made. So here they are, and what I am going to do is modify the characters just a little bit. I don't like the icon for Celeste, so I will be changing it to this one. There we go. That's lovely. And I will also be modifying the characters to max out their stats, because if you haven't got maxed out characters, the game does get quite incredibly hard later on. And even with maxed out characters, it's really not that easy. So you can just watch me for a moment as I increase everyone's stats to their maximums. Yes, including hit points as well. Doesn't take very long, just have to go through and do it all by pressing the add button a lot. And for those of you who have played this game before and know the default team, you shouldn't need much explaining, but for anyone not familiar to the game, it's very, very similar to Dungeons and Dragons, except different character classes, obviously. So we have things like rocket jocks, which are obviously, you know, rocket jocks, like pilot rockets. And you have a medic instead of a cleric, and you have an engineer, which doesn't really have any sort of similar class in Dungeons and Dragons. But they fix things, which is rather nice. And you have warriors and rogues like usual. Lots of similarities there. So we'll just finish off the last character, Janelle, just max all her stats out. The races are generally a bit different, however. Instead of having elves and dwarves and things, you have Martians and Venusians, and desert runners, and humans and tinkers, and things like that. So we'll just get through the crack page, and just enter any word I like. So I'm just going to say Jim. And I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to say long. Doesn't have to be any word I like. Just change my mind there for no particular reason. And now I have to change discs. Let it load up. It shouldn't take too long. After hearing of the bravery of Buck Rogers and the New Earth organisation, you have decided to join Neo and fight the Ram menace that is terrorising the system. As new recruits, Neo has brought you to the Chicago spaceport for orientation. Shortly after you arrive, you are summoned to the lecture hall. You settle into the uncomfortable chairs, itching to get this done and be off into space. The nervous chatter dies down as the room lights fade. A hologram fills the front of the room as a voice intones. Earth, the cradle of civilization, has been badly battered during the 25th century. It has become the solar system's dumping ground. But now, thanks to the thousands like you who are willing to put their lives on the line, we can start to remake this planet into the shining jewel it deserves to be. The hologram transforms into a human face. It smiles and speaks. I am Colton Turabian, and I will be your commanding officer. I am sure you are anxious to begin your tour with Neo, so I will be brief. You will be assigned to our secret salvation station and given salvage and patrol missions. Do not despair. Prove yourselves adept at your work, and the combat missions will come all too soon. That is all. You will be escorted to a shuttle and brought immediately to the station. You have your basic equipment. Dismissed. You are marched out. Oh, how very nice of them. Because I'm sure it would be hard to find my way out of that building. Oh no! Suddenly ships screaming low from the north. Pandemonium reigns as the fighters drop their deadly cargo. Ships and control towers collapse in balls of crimson flame. People panic and scatter. It's all very suspenseful, isn't it? Your officers are down and the other recruits are fleeing to the four winds. You have been thrust headfirst into a raging battle. Okay then. And now we get to move. I should be using the keyboard for all of this rather than the mouse, because it's just easier. An officer has collapsed here, mortally wounded by shrapnel. He whispers, "Missile controls, main room. Enemy must have cut automatics. Activate the defense." Ah! He convulses once and lies still. Transports are followed in behind the attacking fighters. Terrines are jumping out and engaging the disorganized Neo troops. Some are landing on the main building. Doesn't make sense to land on the building, does it? I don't know. The ram surprise attack has been devastatingly effective. No officers are in sight to give directions. The only organised units are the Terrines who sweep by. Oh, it's really running too quick here. Two of the recruits who are going to the shuttle lie across the doorway. They were shot in the back as they tried to enter the building. Well, that's just not playing cricket, is it? Terrines have spotted you and are moving in for the kill. Neo forces come to your aid. Ooh. Well, at least we'll get some help. Because, you know, we're obviously rubbish at combat. Ooh. And we get 4 Neo warriors to lead. There is a leadership skill at the start of a battle you roll to see if you can control the NPC characters on your side. I'm just going to use the quick controls here for the battles because generally the AI isn't too bad. It'll normally do the job unless it's something specific you want doing. And at the moment all our characters are equipped with bolt guns, which do 1 to 4 points of damage, and I believe get up to 3 attacks per turn. And the Terrines will have laser pistols. And the Neo Warriors are armed the same as we are, but they're not quite as good. And they all appear to be cowering behind that wall. I take it back, the AI isn't so good. But never mind, at least our characters are doing something, although they're taking some damage. That's to be expected at this early stage, as we only have basic equipment and we're very easy to hit and not very tough. Oh, one of them have come out. Oh no, I thought number 2 was going to come out now. Well, at least we've got one guy helping us. There we go. Oh, well done Janelle, look at that. Kill and then miss. Oh, another kill. Oh, it's all coming together quite nicely. Oh dear, we are taking lots of damage though. Laser pistols do a lot of damage. I think up to 8 points of damage a shot, which at this stage is quite a lot. Some of my characters only have 16 hit points, so 2 max damage hits and they're down. And this works like some of the older fantasy games from the same company. You can go to minus 10 hit points before you die. And and there goes Janelle. Sorry for the sound outside, but someone has a very loud motorbike. Don't know if you can even hear that, but I can. So yes, we have Janelle. Oh, and Roark gone down. Goodness. Oh, we lost 2 characters already. This isn't good. Flavius getting hit again. Nicole's still doing some damage. Come on, Flavius. Oh, 1 damage every time. It's not very good, are you? And Celeste is a little bit better. And these guys just faffing about outside, not doing anything useful, but, you know, what can you expect from NPCs, especially on your team? There we go, bandage Roark to stop him dying. Flavius getting more hits, but very little damage. Ah, there we go. There's Celeste getting some damage on. Terrine leaders are a little bit tougher, they have more hit points, although I think... No, actually they are harder to hit as well. They're wearing smart suits instead of space suits. so they are a bit more of a tough cookie, some would say. Oh, and Pierre there with the last damage. And got some healing done, very good. I think everyone's quite full. 93 experience points, and we have found Bouquet. Okay. So we just share any credits we find and have a look at what we've got. And we've got a smart suit and dazzle grenades for Flavius and a laser pistol. And we'll give Celeste a laser pistol. Basically, we're just going to give everyone a laser pistol because they're better than bolt guns. Don't think they get as many attacks. They only get 2 attacks per turn, but they do double the damage. So overall, it's a slight improvement. There we go. And we'll give Flavius. Take off his space boot and give him the smart suit. Don't need to worry about changing weapons because the AI will automatically change weapons during combat. Although for some reason, Tinkers, that's Roark and Janelle rather in this case, they prefer to use bolt guns instead of laser pistols for some reason. I don't know why, but they just do. The whine of lasers and the boom of grenades echo through the building. Okay. Oh, more terrorines. Goodness gracious, this is just non-stop action right here. Okay, I've spotted you moving in for the kill. More Neo forces come to our aid. Let's see if we can lead any of them this time. And Celeste leads 3 of them. Flavius fails miserably. There we go. Well, we should do better this time because there's no walls to hide behind, so the NPCs will actually do something useful. And once again, I will just be using the quick menu because it's just much quicker than doing everything manually. And I hope everyone can read the text on the right hand side. It's quite quick, but if anyone would like it slowed down for later episodes, then you should just let me know. Just write in the comments and I can always slow the text down. There we go, this is much better. Lots more things shooting at them. There we go, come on Flavius. Oh, lovely. I don't care about damage to the Neo Warriors, they're going to just disappear anyway after the battle. And there we go. Nice and quick, nice and easy, and lots of healing. Excellent. I think everyone is pretty much full now. 37 XP. That was a little bit of extra damage, but it's okay. Okay then. Just check who's got laser pistols. I believe just Janella doesn't have one, so we'll give her one. There we go. Don't worry about claiming all the other stuff. Oh, gone too far. Your teeth rattle as a fighter screams over the roof at supersonic speed. Ah, this door reads authorized personnel only. I wonder if this is a story moment. RAM forces have secured this room. You burst in amongst a squad of Terrines. In the background you can see a RAM technician working on a missile control panel. I think this is where we were meant to come. And will we get the inevitable battle? Oh yes we will. There we go. Right, now there are lots of them this time. I believe there's 2 groups. There's sort of some in front and some about. Oh yes, some in front, some behind, and some off to the side. So we've got a little bit surrounded here. But hopefully we shouldn't have too much of a problem. Okay, yeah, we're getting lots of hits here. Laser pistols are doing a lot of good damage. There we go. Well done, Pierre. Oh. And Celeste. Nicole Steele. Everyone's just getting good hits. And Roark using his little bolt gun for some reason. Don't know why they prefer bolt guns, they just seem to. I mean, they do get more attacks, so I'm not complaining too much. You know, sometimes it's better to have a weapon that does a little bit of damage, but lots of times, than a weapon that does big damage, but only once or twice. So, I suppose mixing them around is not too bad. Now, unfortunately, the door here is blocked off, so no one else can get through, so it's a 3 versus 2 at the moment. Although Pierre managed to find his way through, but now he can't see anything. Flavius can't get through. Janelle's just going to stay where she is because she can already see. Flavius again can't get through. Nicole Steele, oh no, Nicole Steele's moved, and Roark has moved. Okay, well, that helps a little bit. Celeste can't find a way through. Pierre's okay, and he gets in for the final shot. What a kill steal. Yeah, the three will probably be a bit annoyed about that. But 87 XP. Let's take the credits. Let's see what equipment we have. Probably much of the same as we've already seen. And yes, so Pierre can have the smart suit. Dazzle grenades for Flavius. Don't worry about anything else. And with one hand, the technician begins firing at you. He is still modifying the controls with the other. If you shoot at him, you may damage the controls which operate the base's missiles. What do? Well, we've got to charge him. We can't shoot at him, and there's no point hiding. There we go. Let's rush him. Firing wildly at us. You reach the technician and strike him down. The technician collapses to the floor. His blood-flecked lips curl in a smile. He hisses, "If the missiles won't fire on Chicago, they won't fire at all." He grabs a grenade and pulls the pin. You can either dive on it or die for cover. Will anyone make the sacrifice? Yes, of course we'll make the sacrifice, because we're heroes, damn it. And there we go. Flavius jumps on it and muffled the explosion. The missile controls are unharmed. You set the missiles to anti-ship mode, and soon you hear the crunch of enemy ships. Robbed of air superiority, the Ram Surprise is quickly beaten back. And this text is moving far too fast, and I have to slow it down. But we do get a small reward. Let's have a look. Ooh, 1,000 credits. Okay, we'll just share that between everyone. And as you can see, everyone's name has turned purple. And that means that they're ready to train to increase in level. And you're upgraded to a newly arrived shuttle and ferried to Salvation 3. Okay, very, very good. Just wait for the game to load, because, you know, it takes a little while. There we go. The man from the hologram greets you. I am Carlton Turabian, commander of this base, and you record this speech as logbook entry 41. Now, I don't have the logbook handy at the moment, so I'll have to recap that on the next episode. The tug is fueled and waiting for you. Okay. Where do you wish to go? Well, I think we should go to the HQ and train everyone and make them all much more useful. Okay, just telling us our mission there. Right, so I'm going to save the game here. I shall save game A. I have my special disk that I have to just change and put in, so I shall do that. Yes, I know I used the mouse pointer there, just because I fancied using the little rocket. There we go, game is saved. And that is it for this episode. We will do level ups next time. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. I will see you soon in episode 2. Until then.